Hello and welcome back to Suspended Fanimation. I'm your host, Dennis Bithoulkas. And oh God, it just actually came on now. Great. Hi, welcome back to Suspended Fanimation. I'm your host, Dennis Bithoulkas. And this is the Book of Boba Fett, Season 1, Episode 1, Chapter 1, Stranger in a Strange Land. Welcome, everybody. Yeah, YouTube is really fucking up greatly this month. Excuse me. Before I get started, let me take care of some business first, and then we'll get down to it. If you like what you see here, like, share, and subscribe. If you're still on the fence about subscribing, take a look at the video that pops up at the very end here. YouTube takes the algorithms of all the stuff you've been watching when they're not fucking up and tries to match it as best as possible to one of the videos in my vast video library and pops it up here just for you. And if you like what you see there, hit that subscribe button down below there. And if you can't, hit that like button, the share button as well. And if you don't want to be notified by YouTube when I come on live, because that's how they are acting right now, you can hit that bell down below, and it's a 100% chance that YouTube won't notify you when I come on live. So what you should do is go over to suspendedfanimation.com, take a look at the schedule I put up there. I change it out every week. Also, I've got things like links to my social media and links to my pages as well that are there. Hey, Cheryl. Yeah, let's get down to it. Spoiler alert, I am going to spoil the episode. If you have not seen the episode, go and watch it. Come on back. This will be a video. You can comment down below in the comment section. Giving you enough time to hit the pause button, do whatever you're going to do. All that kind of stuff. All right. Mork says, bah humbug. Hey, Stanley. You were notified. Great. So, yeah, this is, of course, what's going on after The Mandalorian. If you took a look at the end of season 2 of The Mandalorian, we actually had a little, a little teaser of Boba Fett walking into Jabba's palace, killing Bib Fortuna, and taking over. So we start off basically kind of where we left off in Mandalorian season 2 with Boba now taking over. He's taken over, you know, Bib Fortuna's now reign, if you will. And he's in a Bacta tank. He's getting healed and he's having nightmares of everything that's happened to him so far. So we see what happened to him in the Sarlacc pit at the end of Return of the Jedi. He wakes up in the Sarlacc pit, can't breathe, sees a stormtrooper dead in the Sarlacc pit with him, grabs the stormtrooper's hose and connects it to his so he can actually breathe, and then burns his way out of the Sarlacc pit and then climbs out. And of course, he gets stripped of his armor by Jawas, gets taken hostage by, he gets taken prisoner by Tusken Raiders. And we get to see this throughout the episode as flashbacks as he is in and out of the Bacta tank. We also get to see him taking over Bib Fortuna's or Jabba's position as crime lord, and he has to make the rounds. And of course, he doesn't want to do things the way everyone does it. He doesn't want to kill people. He doesn't want to torture people. And even though they're not paying him the proper tribute and everything like that, also he doesn't go into town on a litter the way that all the other crime lords before him have. So he's working things a little bit differently here. And of course, he gets attacked, and him and Fennec Shan get attacked, and he gets hurt pretty badly, has to go back into the Bacta tank. And Fennec, of course, takes one of the guys because, of course, Boba wants him alive. And that's where we're off on this first episode. So I'm reading a lot of people saying, I mean, Morks and Apple Crow saying that there was something off about this. I think what was off on this was I don't know if I know Robert Rodriguez, who's directing the entire series here, if he has done any real like action other than with kids recently. I can't remember if he has or not, other than in season 2, or excuse me, yeah, season 2 of The Mandalorian. Um, he did the scene with IG-11 walking through the lava and taking out the stormtroopers at the end of the tunnel. He did that episode. So I don't know, that was season 1. So I'm wondering if he was just a little bit rusty getting back into things. Also, having to shoot in the volume. I noticed the edges now on some of the scenes. Some of them looked really bad, or you could actually see the edges of the film. So I'm just wondering if he was having little problems in that first round, the first episode. I'm going to give him the benefit of the doubt and just go with it because Robert Rodriguez is actually a really good director. John Favreau, of course, wrote the script for this, and it's a great script. And the story is pretty good too. I mean, I am digging where we're going with this story. The whole thing with the Tusken Raiders. You don't get to see the Tusken Raiders as often as ever really in the Star Wars universe. Just other than being antagonists and every now and then, and also being comedy, if you will, too. So we get to see a Tusken Raider camp inside of it, a kid Tusken Raider being given 2 hostages or 2 prisoners to search for water, all that kind of stuff, and Boba strangling a sand creature because that's what it said. It just said sand creature in the closed captioning. That's what it said, to save the kid and himself as well, which we've never seen that creature before, I don't think. So I'm wondering if that is some deep cut that Favreau pulled out from someplace. I'm sure it is. It's probably some Macquarie reject that they didn't use, and Favreau is probably pulling it out, and they threw it in there. So I kind of like that. Yeah. Never evolve a character. Come on. I was thinking about this earlier too. Is that so? Boba Fett's original name for his ship was Slave One, and of course, it's no longer called that. It's called it's whatever the class of ship is now. That's what it's being called, Fireball, or I can't remember what it is. It's not Firefly. So, and I remember Boba Fett being this scarier person, this kind of dude who you didn't want you really didn't want to be around. You really didn't even want to hire him, to tell you the truth, because fire spray. Thank you, Apple Crow. Fire spray. Um, you really didn't want him to be around. And yes, they are kind of trying to make him a good guy now at this point from all the shit that he's gone through. And I don't know if it's going to work. We'll see what happens. Yeah, I know this isn't the same Boba. No disintegrations. I know. Um, but we'll see where this goes. I'll be okay with it. Yeah. You're sarcastically commenting on Morkson. Oh, okay. Sarcasm doesn't translate over well, Stanley, in the chat. So yeah. Um, but I'm interested to see where this is going to go, to tell you the truth. I also want to see more of his backstory. I'm kind of interested in all of this. So there was also a little vignette, or not the vignette, I should say. It was a 20-minute long under the helmet is what they called it at Boba Fett, which was attached to this as well. And they kind of went through the whole how Boba Fett came about and how he was supposed to be an army of guys and blah 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 blah, but they didn't have the budget for it. So yeah, exactly, Cheryl. He was never an assassin, he was a bounty hunter. So yeah, just flat out a bounty hunter. And I kind of want to see them flesh this out a little bit more. I mean, it's an interesting character. So Boba Fett was never one of those characters. I know when I was growing up, when the original trilogy came out, when Empire Strikes Back came out, everyone was like, "Oh, Boba Fett! Oh my God, Boba Fett!" And I was like, "What?" He was only in it for like 2 minutes, if that, and said 2 lines. And I never really he was never really the guy for me on that. Um, I appreciate him now over the years as it's gone along, but yeah, for me it was always like Obi-Wan, um, Darth Vader, that kind of stuff, the traditional, I guess you could say, and Boba Fett because he was such a small amount of screen time. He didn't do anything cool. He just stood there. It didn't really do anything for me. Yeah, I saw the holiday special too. The holiday special didn't grab me one way or the other, quite honestly. Maybe Sarlacc stomach acid evolves you from the outside, possibly. You just have to soak in it long enough. That's the whole thing. And maybe he just was soaking it long enough to change. So there you go. So it's interesting first episode. I'm looking forward to the next. I think what do we have? 8 episodes here, I believe, is what we've got, or 10 episodes. Let me see what we've got. Da, da, da. We'll see how many we've got here. I've got IMDb up. So it looks like we have 7 chapters. So seven episodes is what we've got. So in February, the beginning of February is when second week of February we'll be done. Yeah. So yeah, I mean, a good. I like the episode for what it was. It gave us some backstory. Are the flashbacks done now? What is your no? The flashbacks are not done. Or this is the book of Boba Fett, so we are going to be telling Boba Fett's story, as well as what is coming now, and it's probably going to become relevant into Mandalorian season 3. From what I understand, this is supposed to play straight into Mandalorian season 3. At least that's what all the rumors and stuff like that are saying at this point. So we'll see. We'll see how that goes. Apple Crow says, "I'll give it a chance based on Favreau's past, but I was very surprised that he wrote this." The writing was fine. I mean, the direction was a little bit off. That's the only thing. There were some pacing issues, is what it was. It was pacing issues, and some of the camera angles just looked weird too. Like I said, I could see edges of the volume, which you're not supposed to see. You're not supposed to see the wall of the. It's supposed to blend in. And I think Rodriguez was too close, filming too close to the wall, and that's what happens. Is you end up losing that depth. Is what was going on. So we'll see what happens here. And you remember, this takes place the present day of the Book of Boba Fett, where he's the crime lord now, is 5 years after Return of the Jedi. So he's been on Tatooine doing whatever he's been doing, as we saw after the Sarlacc pit, for 5 years. So we don't know how long he's with the Tusken Raiders, what he's been doing on that planet for that long. So we have a 5-year gap between Return of the Jedi and when we see him again in The Mandalorian. So there you go. Applecrow says could be, but this didn't even feel like the Fett from Mandalorian. It's the first episode though, so maybe that's what I said. It seemed like he just needed a little bit of footing, and yeah. Stanley says I found the episode where Grogu is abducted also a little goofy. That was Rodriguez too. Okay. Yeah. To each their own. I mean, Rodriguez is a good director. Um, he slipped, a bit, in recent years, I would say, but I think he's still pretty good. I will give him the benefit of the doubt on this. And we have 6 more episodes to see of what that's going to do. So what else do I have going on this week? Well, tomorrow is going to be Station 11. So it might get pushed back a little bit. I got a lot of stuff going on this week. So I don't know. Station 11 might get pushed to Sunday. We'll see what happens. Depending on how into it you guys are or not. Friday will be The Expanse, episode 4 of The Expanse. Saturday, I'm going to be off just like everyone else because we're all going to be sleeping in, nursing hangovers, whatever. Sunday will be spoiler alert. That is where we can talk about anything spoilerific that is out in the general public. No sneak previews or anything like that. But if you want to talk spoilers about stuff, we can talk about it there, and possibly Station 11 if I don't get to it tomorrow. And then next week, of course, Monday I'll be off. Tuesday will be another episode of Is It Worth My Time? I don't know what I'm doing as of yet, but we'll find out. We'll find out together. Wednesday we'll be right back around again to the Book of Boba Fett, and we go back to that. I'll be back to work again next week, so I'll be back to my normal times. I'm off. I've been off the last 2 weeks, so that's why it's a little earlier time frame on these. Oh, yeah, and I almost forgot. Duh. This afternoon is going to be the contest results for Hawkeye, the Hawkeye contest, which only one person has actually entered so far. Obviously, you guys don't like the prizes, prima donnas that you are. But first prize is the pin of the ugly sweater of Kate and Hawkeye. Second prize is Hawkeye himself. And third prize is Kate. There we go. No, I'm not doing Don't Look Up. Marks, don't worry about it. So, yes, Saturday is liver recovery. I agree with you. Sirius says, I was very upset that they kept Baby Yoda alive for 2 seasons just to kill him off in the first 5 minutes. Very funny. Very funny. That's a good one. That's almost as good as my and when everyone talks about, Spider-Man No Way Home, and I say I can't believe that the Hulk is now Uncle Ben. Yeah. Need a wrench, trolls abounds. Yes, yes. Uh, you haven't seen the episode yet, Siri? Well, just so you know, it's been retconned now. The Boba Fett is now Luke's grandfather. Yes. So there you have it. Oh, and the other thing I almost forgot to mention, I'm wondering if we're going to see Boba's sister in all of this because we now have Boba's sister Omega, or Omega, however the hell she pronounces her name, um, from Bad Batch. So I'm wondering if we're going to see the live action version of this as well. And I wonder if, oh, okay, I was going to do a really bad Apple Crow joke all of a sudden. I was going to say Booba Fett is what her name's going to be. There actually is a cosplayer out there named Booba Fett, and she's actually pretty damn funny. So um, I haven't seen her in a while, though. So I think she might have retired the Booba Fett costume, but still, it's funny. Sirius says, haha, as soon as you said, just so you know, I knew the next words out of your mouth would be false. Thank you. Those are my tells right there. Apple Crow says, Boba and Shimi did not see that coming. Oh, yeah, yeah. So, with that said, I'm going to let you guys go for the rest of well, not the rest of the day, but oh, yes, I remember Apple Crow. It's Hobo Fett. Yes. Stanley says it could be, but I doubt it. She'll probably stay in Bad Batch for now. Who knows? Filoni is one of the executive producers, and also he is one of the writers too. And Favreau and Filoni are like this right now, so we'll see what happens. So I'm gonna let you guys go until this afternoon at 3 p.m. when I'm giving away the prizes here. So if you go to the Hawkeye, the season finale of Hawkeye, and you comment in the comment section before 3 p.m. Pacific Standard Time, which means now, you get in the running as long as you're within the continental United States. And there we go. We'll go from there. Because right now I only have one entry. And I will give all 3 pins away to one person. So I don't care. So with that said, thank you, everyone. I will see you again at 3 p.m. Until then, thank you, Siri. Don't let the door hit your ass on the way out. Otherwise, you may wind up in a Sarlacc pit, need to, fend off a suffocation by using a stormtrooper oxygen supply, burn your way out of the Sarlacc pit, only to get rolled by Jawas and then get punked by fucking Tusken Raiders, because it happens. Thanks, everybody. I will see you again what am I talking about? Not tomorrow, at 3 p.m. today. Until then, stay safe, be well, take care, wear those masks, get those vaccine shots, get those booster shots, and those flu shots as well, and stay safe out there. I'll see you again in about an hour or two here. Yeah, about an hour. Thanks, everybody. Have a good one, and I'll see you in a little bit.